Think positive.
Welcome, or welcome back to the Goal Ambrose podcast, GA for short. I'm your host, Prince. This is a space for inner work, self-improvement, self-discovery, mindset, accountability, integrity, reflection, and personal development. This podcast is built for growth, for honesty, and for becoming a better version of yourself, one day at a time. New episodes drop every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today's episode is called Point of View Life. Monday, May 4th. Took the time to step out of my head, not because I had to, because I chose to. Went out for a treat, something simple, but it felt intentional, like I was actually there for it, not just doing something to pass time. That shifted something, because most of the time, you move without noticing you're moving. You go from one thing to the next, and it all blends together. But this time, I noticed, not deeply, not trying to break anything down, just enough. Fast forward. I'm sitting outside, no distractions, no reason to check anything, just sitting there, letting time move, and a thought came up. What is life? Not trying to answer it, not trying to define it, just letting it exist. Because sometimes you don't need an answer, you just need the question. While I'm sitting there, I start noticing the movement around me, not focusing on it, not analyzing it, just seeing it. And it clicked. I'm in the midst of it. Not outside, not separate, not watching it happen. I'm in it, fully. There's nothing to hold on to, nothing to slow down, nothing to pause. It keeps going. I'm already in it, whether I think about it or not. That realization didn't come loud. It didn't come with emotion. It just landed and stayed there. And I know people say life is beautiful. Life is a privilege. Life is precious. And that sounds right. That sounds like what you're supposed to believe. But this didn't feel like that. This felt more direct, more real. It was more like you're really here in this. That carries weight because once that thought hits, it doesn't leave. Your mind starts moving, trying to understand, trying to make sense of it, trying to figure it out, what this actually is. The more you try, the more questions show up. Not answers, questions. They don't rush. They don't force anything. They just stay there, one after another. After sitting with that, I started looking at how things are handled, not just what happens, but how it's approached, because that's what changes things. Everything I've been through, everything I've seen, everything around me, it shapes that, even when I don't notice it, even when I'm not thinking about it. It shows in the results every time. There's no way around it. It's consistent, and once you see it, you can't ignore it. One thing I was able to pull from that was how it showed up in the results. That's what made the difference. The approach of calmness and the approach of panic, overthinking. Same situation, same moment, different outcome. When it's calm, there's clarity. There's no rush, no pressure, just movement. But when it's panic, everything feels heavier. everything feels urgent and overthinking takes over, and that changes everything. Then there's when things feel repetitive, same patterns, same cycles, nothing really changing. That's when the thought shows up. This can't be all there is. And it doesn't hit loud. It sits there. Then it builds. What even is this? I've had those moments where things are moving, but there's no clear understanding. You're just in it, trying to make sense of it while it's happening. That doesn't mean anything is wrong. It doesn't mean you're off track. It doesn't mean something is missing. It just means you're aware enough to question it. And that's natural. That's part of it. There's nothing wrong with that. Then there was that moment. I looked up and everything went quiet. No extra thoughts. No need to figure anything out. No pressure. Just silence. And that stood out because that doesn't happen very often. Usually there's always something running, but not then. It was just still, and that stillness felt clear. Out of that, a thought came. It was simple and clear. Make the most out of what you have. Not what you want, not what you think you need, what you have right now. Because that's what's real. That's what's in front of you. That's what you can actually move with. And maybe that's all it comes down to. After all of that, there's no perfect way to define it. No final answer. No clean explanation. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't need a label because it's not something you fully figure out. It's something you move through and understand as you go. So, I'm sitting there and the thought comes back. What is life? Not what it's supposed to be. Not what people say it is. Just what is it? Because you can be in it every day, moving through it, seeing it happen, and still not fully understand what you're in. That's the part that stuck with me. Not having an answer, not trying to force one, just realizing you're in something you don't completely get, and still going. I left it at that. Didn't push it any further. Didn't try to turn it into more. Just let it be, and moved on. Could call it what you want. Maybe it was a voice. Maybe it was in my head. But maybe it was just a reminder to use what's already there. I don't know. Still figuring this life thing out too. I hope you found something worth taking with you today. Maybe a new perspective. Maybe a moment to pause and reflect. Thank you for being here and sharing this space with me. Your presence matters. If this resonated with you, share it with someone you care about because growth spreads through connection. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself. Stay grounded. And as always, be safe.